Hello. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us for this academic writing module. Today, we are going to focus on the IELTS writing task 2 essay. Specifically, we'll looking at an opinion or personal viewpoint type essay. Okay. We're looking at an example question together, and in this regard, I'm gonna share you some great tips and as well as tricks to avoid. Let's get started. Our question here is: unemployment remains the biggest challenge to school leavers in most countries. How far do you agree with this assessment? What other challenges face among people today? We have two questions, okay? Instead of how far in IELTS exam, you can see to what extent, okay? Do you agree with this idea, with this assessment, with this assessment? And pay attention that you have to add other challenges as well. This is something extra, okay? Okay. Pay attention that this is opinion type essay, okay? And we are gonna express our viewpoint regarding how far we are agree with this idea completely or not, or we are totally disagree. We have to introduce the topic and give our opinion in the introduction paragraph. Then explain why we have this view. We are gonna express our reasons, and then we have to briefly consider the opposite side. This is something that we call it make a concession actually, and then restate our opinion in the conclusion. Pay attention that this particular task has an extra element, extra feature, extra question, which sometimes happens in writing task 2. It asks you to suggest some other challenges as well. So you should combine these ideas in the main body of the essay, and in this regard, pay attention to the sample provided here. Before starting analyzing our essay actually, please take a look at our previous videos regarding how to make a student plan. Regarding essay planning, it's pretty important. You have to do that. You have to learn how to write an essay planning, okay? Now we are gonna analyze a band 9 model essay, okay? Okay, we are gonna start it now. Youth unemployment is certainly a worrying challenge for most countries, especially at a time of economic instability and social unrest. A great introduction question. School leavers instead of that candidate used youth. Unemployment, worrying challenge, worrying issue, worrying question for most countries, especially in time of economic instability where there is dramatic change, unmanaged change in the society regarding in front of the government actually, and social unrest as well. However, to say that this is the largest issue is to overlook a range of equally pressing matters, equally other important issues, as we will discuss here, okay? The candidate gonna express that him or his idea is something else, okay? And the other challenges are also they have the same equal, they have the same priority, okay? And then add, as we will discuss now, gonna show the examiner that what he or she expect in the next paragraph, and also the candidate avoided the personalism, okay? First paragraph actually It must be admitted that great academic phrases, academic English, that joblessness instead of unemployment can undermine a young person's economic prospect, the person's future of, from the financial situation, right? And consequent the result of it, okay, and consequent social mobility. In terms of social mobility, in terms of salary, education, travel, and other things, okay. It's a great sentences with a topic specific vocabularies, right? And academic English usage, advanced academic English. Nevertheless, however, this issue, this challenge can be ameliorated, can be enhanced, can be improved by coordinated action between the state and the private sector, by joint action between the state and the private sector, as we have seen, for instance, in Canada recently. It's the candidate provide an evidence by saying Canada, by bringing some example here. When this is realized, we can see that the other concerns are at least as serious. Actually, if I was the candidate here, I prefer to not use the sentence, because we actually expressed our ideas in the first paragraph. So there is no need for redoing it again, okay? So instead, I preferred to extend my sentences, and or by bringing another reason, okay, why I think that this is the same as other challenges, right? I never redo it again here, okay. What about the other actually challenges, right? We in this paragraph, the candidate talked here about unemployment, and what about the other challenges? Foremost among these is a great academic English sentence phrase. The most important is perhaps the issue of age demographics. Changes in related to age, income, or etc., whereby young people bear the burden for an increasingly elderly population with high longevity, with a long life expectancy. This means that by this we mean that young people, instead of repeating at the same vocabulary, we can say use, or young individuals will pay higher taxes or work longer hours, possibly forcing them to migrate to countries where this pressure is lower. Great complex sentences, and with a great usage of linking vocab, and referring and linking the present sentence to the previous one. The effect of this is the brain drain situation. It used perfectly and with expressing inside the Dakotas situation, which can be seen in Southern Europe, where young, ambitious people, where young, ambitious individuals prefer to leave their countries altogether, exacerbating, making it worse, exacerbating the, instead of problem, crisis, or, this challenge, this issue, this question for those remaining there, okay? again, a very nice and complex sentence with mentioning the phenomenon of brain drain, and the candidates are gonna add another reason. Furthermore, additionally, we must remember, avoiding personalism, we must remember that a substantial proportion of youth, I don't want to repeat the same vocab, a considerable percentage of youth globally face existential threats, which affect their life, such as famine, drought, outbreaks of diseases, or we can say ranging from famine, drought to outbreaks of their diseases, right? These problems are often caused by or are compounded by civil war, political instability, or the corruption of people in a power locally. Okay, a great sentence with topic specific vocabularies, very well structured and wrote here. Such risks are a danger to their safety in addition to their livelihood, the jobs that they do to make money, and so would appear to be far more serious than unemployment. And writing in personal style to say that these reasons which mentioned in this paragraph are much more serious than just unemployment. Okay. Pay attention that this was very well structured here. Okay, our last paragraph, to conclude, to recapitulate, all in all, to sum up, to conclude, in conclusion, it seems logical to accept that joblessness, unemployment, is a major challenge, a major question for youth. However, persistent trends in demographics among developed countries, right, advanced countries, and the presence of physical dangers, mentioning to famine, drought, outbreaks of diseases, political instability, civil war, corruption in developing countries should be regarded, should be respected at least as at least as severe. Pay attention, please pay attention that the candidate use very, topic specific vocabularies, academic phrases, linking sentences as well. Okay. You have to be familiar. Don't forget that you have to be familiar with the topic of global challenges. Vocabularies such as political instability, social unrest, pressing matter, economic prospect, the private sector, demographics, longevity, the phenomenon of brain drain, an outbreak, civil war, and etc. Please take a look to our previous videos regarding the issue of global challenge. The candidate perfectly used the academic phrases such as foremost among these is, for example, etc. And okay, what are the other academic phrases? You can take a look to our previous videos and learn them. And I have at the end I have one question for you. Please write at least 3 common academic phrases that you learned today. Okay, you can write them in a comment section. Okay, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed this module, and please don't hesitate to let us know if you have any question, any concerns, and we'll see you soon in another IELTS with me tutorial. Take care and bye.